Let's do that first. Hello and welcome back to RaidCall EMS 1 Spring Cup number 3 with me, Red Eye, and the Invisible Man next to me, who's been next to useless apart from one comment in the last game. We are going to get into our second match this evening. We were waiting, and I apologise for the break and the delay. We were waiting to see who won out of Epsilon and Virtus Pro because the winner would go and play Copenhagen Games. Copenhagen Wolves. Copenhagen Games on the brain today for some reason. But instead, we've decided that we'll leave that game and instead we'll join NiP versus Anexis because that seemed like the next best game. Players are in the server, so we'll drop you in there right now. Game has not begun, but will start fairly shortly, I'm told. So good news for us. These two teams lining up like this. Anexis with a release, Husey, Rattlesnake, HUDG and MX, and NiP, Ninjas in Pyjamas, who have recently gone all lol on us. But will they provide us with some laughs tonight? We'll find out. Freiburg, get right. The Fiddler exists and is no good. So presumably the Fiddler and is no good being Forest and Fifth Laren will change their names at some point so that we can actually work out who's who. It's all right when there's one of them changed, but when there's two, that makes it trickier. Unless they've somehow decided to completely change teams or change players. Yeah, and apparently I'm being told now VP have just won against Epsilon in overtime. Would you believe it? We waited all that time and now they finally win. So Virtus Pro will go through to play Copenhagen Wolves, and the winners of those games will meet the winners of these games in the semi-final. As I said, I'm sort of just praying that NiP do change their names to their correct names. I often tell them this as well when we're together and we're out. Like, please use your blooming names because it makes a commentator's job much harder. But apparently, Forest is no good. That just sounds so wrong saying that. I've never told anyone this, but he's actually the biggest Red Eye fanboy ever. True story. Easiest kill you're ever going to get, Husey, with that AWP. Never going to get the opportunity to kill NiP players like that again. Cool, blimey. So, hoping they're going to change the names because it's going to make it a little easier. But the Fiddler apparently is Fifth Laren and is no good is Forest. So at least I know who's who, but I guarantee you I'm going to end up not calling them that at some point in the game. Ninjas in Pyjamas, of course, need no real introduction. I think we all know them by now. We also know that they've won almost everything they've played in. They've only had that one defeat on that one. More than one defeat. They've lost 4 maps to Virtus Pro, of course. And lost 1 title that they've ever played in. Everything else they've ever played in on LAN, they have won. What do you want for the knife round then? Let us know in the Twitch chat. You want a country accent, do you? Oh, I say then. Bit of combine harvester and a few knives thrown around. I don't know if that's going to work. Scottish is pretty boring. I do a lot of Scottish on these knife rounds. Did try and do a Mexican one, but that didn't work very well either. It's a lot of Arebas, and yeah. Bit of Welsh boy, oh. You see, don't lost his knife on that jacket, lad. Yeah, could do that. Martian. I'm not sure what that's like. Is that like knife? In the Russia. Soviet knife on you. I don't know. I mean, there's a number we could do. See, I lived in Wales for about 10 years, and the best Welsh I ever learnt was, "Who's called this jacket hanging on the floor?" Such a great line. The first time I walked into a bar, actually, it was a shop in Wales, and I was ordering some cigarettes, as you shouldn't be doing, and he said, "Super King's Blue, is it?" And I went, "Yes, it is." And he went, "Sorry?" And I went, "Yes, it is." And he went, "Right, so Super King's Blue, is it?" And I went, "Yes, it is." And he looked at me and he said, "Are you being funny?" No. "Right then, so Super King's Blue, is it?" I didn't know what to say. Yes? "You are being funny." "No." "So Super King's Blue, is it?" Took me about 2 weeks to work out that was just, just what people say. Oops. I don't know. Good guy, NiP. I could probably do a seductive manner. I did a drunk one last week. I don't know. Keep your eyes, the ideas coming. I can't do anything blatantly offensive, though. So that means I can't do Canadian. Oh, dear. The Americans will love that one. But, anything else? Any other, I don't know if I can do impressions. I don't think impressions are probably bad. Do Yoda in knife round. That's tempting. Use knife to kill you must. Could definitely do a Geordie accent, man. Aye. I wouldn't. Let's get this knife round on the way. It's easy when you've lived there for a while, eh? I can't do a joke. Someone asked me to do tosspot earlier as well. I'd have to just run around going, "That knife was sensational!" That's about as good as I can get for Stu. I can't do anything other than what Stu does, so that's not going to work. And as for doing Joe Miller, trying to do Joe Miller, no way. I would never even attempt to try and do Joe Miller. Morgan Freeman, Yeah, could do. Here we go then. We are underway, and it is the knife round. As they move slowly towards each other, looking deep into each other's eyes, thrusting forward with their weapons and their large swords, wanting to connect with each other in the deepest of manners. They wander, lustfully looking for revenge, while simultaneously hurting each other badly. I think that was some sort of like Mills and Boon novel. Anyway, knife round's done. Thank God for that. I'm not even sure what that was. Possibly gay. Not sure. Wasn't meant to be. Was like I was, reading 50 Shades of Grey was the attempt, but it didn't go down well. We'll scratch that one. We'll remove that one from the VOD. Yeah, see, one guy got it in the channel. One guy realised it was 50 Shades of Terrorism. It's probably terrorism on your ear. There's a reason they call it globally offensive, Oh, look, Tim's just got the joke. Oh, my goodness. Now the producer's rolling. There was a little bit of thrusting in there. So, Anexis versus Ninjas in Pyjamas then. Enough of the nonsense for now. It's tough, old solo casting, I tell you. Got to make up your own fun, and then you can't laugh at your own jokes either. And I've got no Joe just to sit there and stare at me. It's awkward. Solo casting's hard. I'm used to having a soulmate. So, almost ready to go. And wouldn't you know it, they've actually switched their names back. I've only just noticed, but they have. Good guys, NiPs. Yeah, I suppose it could be worse solo casting. I could have Too Good falling asleep in the chair next to me. There's a famous gif out there of that somewhere. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Yeah, we like a bit of Scottish. Actually, it's the CTs on this map, by the way, that do that voice. It's all good. All good. I'm hoping that, you know, at some point they'll be typing, you know, ready, but doesn't make any difference to me. Makes no odds. But one of these two will be advancing on to the quarterfinals. And we'll play the winner of Copenhagen Wolves versus Virtus Pro. Are we going to get a Virtus Pro Ninjas in Pyjamas semi-final? Ooh. Quarterfinal, rather. Ooh. Ooh. Tell these noobs to start playing. These guys aren't noobs. Right then, here we go. Bish, bash, bosh. We're about to get underway in round one. It is Anexis versus Ninjas in Pyjamas. No idea why I slipped into Scottish for a moment there. But we are underway for our round of 16 game in RaidCall's EMS 1, Cup number 3. And following MX, who's going to guard the ramp area right now. And at the moment, we've got 4 men outside. Forrest is going to guard on yellow. They're going to try and push for Volcano, where they're going to come face-to-face with Rattlesnake, who does get the first one. A little bit of damage on Freiburg. Nice defensive flash around the corner. Gets the second one. Stunning little bit of play from Rattlesnake as he takes down Freiburg. He's now got Fifth Laren waiting around the corner, and Bomb is down there as well, so they'll know exactly where he is. MX comes around the corner. Rattlesnake gets a third of the round. Nicely done, and get right. Just a small matter of 4 men to find to win the round. Gets one. Wouldn't put it past him as well, would you? Ooh, MX. Nice headshot. And round 1 goes the way of the Brits. This could be a good game. We saw these two clashing twice in the previous season of RaidCall, and on both occasions, Anexis were very close. 16-14. It seems like that's the score every time they play each other. Even when they were Mouse Sports at DreamHack last year. 16-14. But can Anexis just snag that 1 extra round, or 2 extra rounds as it were, to take them past the current reigning world and European champions, Ninjas in Pyjamas? Round 2 will be another gun round. Fifth Laren has picked up a Deagle. It's become a bit more viable since the update, before the Overwatch update as well, I might add. As Rattlesnake has started things off very nicely here as well. He seems to be on a nice hot streak this evening. Plenty of kills in the first game. And has started himself off nicely with 4 here already in round number 2. 3 to find. Are they going to make their way towards Hunts G? Or is it going to be released? They're actually both outside right now. Rattlesnake might just fill his boots here. Freiburg's heavily damaged. He's going to go down very easily indeed with that M4. And Get Right now trying to navigate around. Oh, that's brilliant from Get Right. Guessed exactly right where Rattlesnake was. Headshot through the side of the tin. And it's not going to make any difference at the end because MX picks up the kill on Get Right. Nice little bit of guesswork from Get Right. It was all to no avail, though. Anexis lead 2-0. Can you have more volume? You can have a little bit more volume, yes. Interesting. Hopefully that's a bit better for you. So, into round 3. A couple of shots coming out from NiP over by Red. Rattlesnake guarding nicely. Just a quick check on the scoreboard, actually. Yeah, 5 for 1 so far. Nice grenade. Takes a little bit more damage off Fifth Laren. Good shot from Exist onto Husey. It was lovely headshot as he fell off the side there. But Rattlesnake is absolutely on fire tonight. There is no way past. He shall not pass. And finally, Forrest decks him with the headshot. And we're at 3 versus 3. And Anexis have got to be careful here. And Forrest has got himself an M4. Not a lot of health, it has to be said. And Fifth Laren's now going to get himself a gun as well. So, 2 armed up. Just Get Right with the Glock in hand, but that's fine for him. He'll be happy with that. Oh, Release gets clipped there. And here comes MX, and if he goes outside now, he'll find them. Forrest has actually just been boosted up onto top by Fifth Laren, who's going to go down here. No doubt about it. MX perfectly lined up for the headshot. Won't know that he's boosted his mate up above, and now Get Right gets the kill onto Release. Oh, MX, smart little bit of play. Realised that he had boosted one up, and now Get Right, last man standing, 19 health, not going to live. Hudge G finishes him off. Nicely done in the end, but an expensive round for the Brits. It still counts, though. It's 3-0, and now we're going to have the first gun round from the Swedes, and Rattlesnake already has an AWP. He's 6 for 2 without an AWP in sight, and MX is currently 6-0. Fantastic start. Here we go, then. Rattlesnake already primed with the big green outside. Gets flashed first. Tries to land the shot. Does land the shot. We just switched away for some reason. The auto-director thought we should switch. And Rattlesnake did pick up the first kill. Exist replying back for the revenge frag. Husey then getting themselves 1 ahead. Forrest now up into main. Gets the kill onto Huds. And we're back to 3 versus 3 with a minute remaining. Husey guarding low. MX has split towards ramp. And they're just starting to make their way round towards the CT spawn entrance to heaven. Forrest making an awful lot of noise down here. Trying to flush them out. Hasn't found anyone so far. And I guess that's given him all the information he needed. Get Right waiting, has spotted someone outside. Does land a real whole heap of damage on Hughes. He's only got 7 health left there. And that's effectively given them a small advantage. It's an upper plant now. Forrest does get the kill onto MX now. And Get Right picks up Husey, so only 1 man remaining now. And he's going to drop at the hands of Forrest. Double from him in the round. Actually, a triple from Forrest in the end. And NiP get on the scoreboard 3-1. Nicely done by the Swedes. Now, if you have been buying headsets from Poundland, would suggest you switch. Round number 5. Anexis with the opening 3. NiP having now come back and pick one up, and now on an eco. And MX gets the opening kill of the round. Nicely done. MX doing very, very well indeed. Do I think Anexis are onliners? No. These guys have been playing Counter-Strike of one form or another for about 8 years. And they've won multiple land tournaments in that time and even been the best there is in Counter-Strike Source. Are they onliners? Absolutely not. Right now, they're about to win another round. Nicely done. MX picking up the final kill of the round. And they've managed to outstrat Ninjas in Pyjamas on an eco to now lead 4-1. And Get Right's just stopped here. I wonder... that's not looking good, is it? I wonder if he's dropped. I hope not. But it didn't look good, did it? And he has started moving now, so... Yeah, no, he's okay. Good. Thank the Lord for that one. No headshot from Rattlesnake at that point. There was one from Husey, though. Gets a second one as well. Husey now laying the smackdown. He's picked up two. Ooh, been clipped quite heavily by Forrest, but Husey gets a third in a row. And they're just lining up for him right now. There's a number 4. Brilliant from Husey. Can he get the clutch now for all 5? Get Right is his intended victim. It's going to be stolen away by MX. A purely brilliant round from the beast from the east. It is Mr. Husey winning Anexis' 5th round on CT side, 5-1. So, into round 7. And just a quick check on the scoreboard. 10 for 1 MX right now. And 7 and 3 for Rattlesnake. That grenade's going to do, well, actually not a huge amount of damage in the end. About 9 to Freiburg and Exist. Looked quite good when he threw it. Didn't work out. And Husey dropped this time. No reign of terror from him. Freiburg getting the opening frag. We've got a nice little 2-man setup inside that radio room in case there's any other pushes. But MX is going to have none of that. Much slower around this time from the Swedes. Incendiary going to be thrown down here now, but well, no, it's actually nicely done in the end because it's going to help Rattlesnake pick up the kill on Forrest. I thought it was into the smoke, but the smoke actually came down just after and just behind it. So no put out of fire. Hud's picking up the frag, nicely done on to Exist, and they're now at a 4 versus 3. Man into the upper bomb site here. Rattlesnake's just going to have to spray, and he picks up the kill. Fifth and then replies back. Get Right now gets another kill. MX now in with a frag. It's now 2 versus 1. Fifth goes down to Hud's G, and Anexis are reigning supreme. It's 6-1. MX 11 for 1 on the scoreboard right now. Rattlesnake 9 for 4. Husey 6 and 5. Hud's G 5 and 2. And Release right now 2 and 4. At the other end, Forrest 5 for 6. Get Right 5 for 6. 3 for 7 for Freiburg. 1 for 7 for Viv Lauren. And 2 for 7 for Exist. Not having a good time in the opening 7 rounds. Deagle from Fifth Lauren here. Oh, well... Nothing wrong with a 5 Deeg. They all count. As Forrest gets rid of another Anexis player. They're now at a 3 versus 3 on a partial buy here. A couple of Deagles and an AK between Forrest, Get Right, and Fifth Lauren. All pretty healthy right now. It's very even health-wise, both sides. Just a couple of them clipped for health. Forrest now trying to push up behind vents with Fifth Lauren. In fact, Fifth Lauren is now going to come back down into that lower bomb site. I think, though, Anexis have figured this one out already. Here goes the bomb plant. Hud's G will hear it immediately and will immediately go to the right-hand side, which is the wrong-hand side. And Fifth Lauren is not able to land any shots. Here comes Get Right round the back, though. Did land a first shot. He does land a brilliant headshot on the 3rd time of asking onto Hud's G. Now a 3 versus 2. Can Husey and Release now pull this one back? NiP have got a nice setup here. 2 on ramp, 1 behind. Release drops down to his death. And the anti-eco is confirmed for Ninjas in Pyjamas. Nice partial buy. And anything you can do, Brit boys, we can do just as well, say the Swedes. It's 6-2 to Anexis. Yeah, I haven't seen a huge amount of Deagle play. For obvious reasons, I don't need to go into the details, but was given some improvements in a recent patch and has become viable again. It's not quite, it still doesn't have quite the feel that the Deagle had in 1.6 or in Source for that matter. But it's much closer, and it is a viable option now on ecos. Especially if you're CT, but you know that doesn't seem to be bothering NiP right now because they're dropping like flies. Anexis, they're dropping like flies. There's 3 down, almost a 4th here, but Release now stepping up to the plate has managed to dispose of 2, and they've got a chance of winning the round. Oh, Exist with a double AK onto Release and Rattlesnake, and where did that one come from Exist? A round they should have won slips through the fingers of Anexis. And Ninjas in Pyjamas pull it back to 3-6. Denied. Immediately into round 10. Anexis need to stop this little run from the Swedes if they're going to be successful. We're 6-1 up, cruising, frankly. And then nice anti-strat from NiP with that partial bite. Got him around. They'd have been happy with 2. 3's good though. Even if it finishes 12-3, they'll be happy. Well, they'll never be happy. They're never happy with the 12-3 defeat on even on a map that they get 3 rounds that they shouldn't have done. This one looks a little bit more even though. Bomb planted in a 4 versus 3 after plant. And Anexis have a man advantage here. Need to make it pay, though. Ooh, Huds, that's difficult from there as well, and he knows it. He's been clipped now by Exist a couple of times, in fact, through that vent area. And they've got to move in as a team here, otherwise they're all going to fall like flies. 3 of them do pick up kills, though. And Anexis will win round 10. This is a topsy-turvy game right now. So into round 11. And I'd say this is about right so far. 7-3 on the balance of play that we've seen. Oh, get right. Already getting clipped there as he tries to get into the ramp area, but did manage to get MX on a reload. And it's just blasted down, didn't even check to the right-hand side. And, well, you won't often catch me calling Get Right a noob, and I'm not even about to do that right now, but that was a bit of a newbie mistake. Not checking to the right-hand side when you rush down into that ramp room. And he got picked off by Husey with ease. You don't see Get Right making those kind of mistakes normally, I have to say. A little bit of rust in the old NiP machine tonight. Rattlesnake disposes of Exist with the AWP. 3 versus 2. Rattlesnake heavily damaged here. There is no in-game music on, by the way. Not sure where you're getting that from. There is none. Forest picking up the final 2 kills of the round, so NiP pulling it back to 4-7. And yeah, my bad. It was Freiburg in the last round, not Get Right. It's fine. He'll watch it on the VODs, and then I'll just get abuse over Twitter. So yeah, Red Eye noob. Happens. Happens more often than Get Right making a mistake, that's for sure. Still. Apparently you can hear music. I can't hear any music in my ears. Can you hear music, Tim? Oh, at the end of the round? Oh, yeah, of course. Oh, God's sake. I know you can turn it off, but, you know, it's fine. It can't be a huge distraction, surely. I thought there was, like, music playing in the background or something. I was like, nope, I can't hear any music playing in the background. So anyway, round 12. And we're at a 3 versus 3 right now. MX is going to get plastered all over the wall there with that AK. And this will be a straightforward plant. Rattlesnake can release the 2 coming from ramp this time round. Now 3 versus 2. Rattlesnake waiting. Release waiting. They might just get this, you know. There's a nice flash gone down there. Faflaren just about managing to get out of the way. And will pick up the kill onto Rattlesnake. Nicely done. Exist cleans up with release. And NiP, from being 6-1 down, are now on the comeback trail at 5-7 down. Anexis needing to put the show back on the road here. After a glorious opening, things just not working out right now. That mix of T-size strats from Ninjas in Pyjamas, even though they're Talus, they don't have any. They blooming well do. And they're working nicely for them. They do have an exceptionally strong T-side nuke. I've seen it time and time again. It's partly why the stats are all blown out of proportion, is because NiP keep winning on T-side. Rattlesnake putting an end to Get Right this round. He is the key. If they can get rid of him, then they have a much better chance. But then we've also got Forest to get rid of. And if you can't get rid of him, there's still 3 other high-quality players to get rid of too. So always a tall ask. QZ then spying a couple going towards ramp. He'll have made the call here. Can't do a huge amount about it. And MX is now a little bit isolated, so he'll get some support from Vent. And with 30 seconds to go, NiP have got to commit to this lower bomb site right now. Easily done for Exist. Another kill onto MX. And now a 4 versus 3. Into the vents and through the back they go. HudsG looking for a man down low. Has spied Freiberg and picks up the headshot on him. Now 2 of them advancing towards Exist. He gets one, can't get the second though. HudsG now, 3 versus 1, has got one. It's now a 2v1. Faflaren sitting in the corner. Grenade comes and lands at the feet of HudsG, and he only had 1 solitary point of health. And Faflaren and Forest, nicely done between them. And it's now 7-6. And, well, you fear for Anexis now, because if they built up the lead they had originally, 6-1 up, and they'd gone on to convert that into a 14-1 or a 13-2 or even a 12-3, you'd fancy their chances when they switched over. But 7-6 now on the CT side is going to be tough. It's like another ramp push here, and I'm not surprised because they've really exploited that B bomb site, exposing some weaknesses in Anexis defense, and it's just not been good enough, and that's why Forest again picking up the kill on QZ. Another chance to get into that lower bomb site now. MX going to try and put up a stern resistance on an eco here, but it's going to be tough for him. But he's picked up 2 with 2 stunning little headshots. Beautiful counter-strike from MX, finally getting picked off by Get Right. Faflaren shuts down HudsG. And although we're at 3 versus 2, now it's a 2 versus 2, and they could still do this, you know. Rattlesnake, brilliant stuff from him, headshot onto Faflaren, and on an eco here, Anexis have stepped up to the plate. It's now a 2 versus 1, only Freiberg remains, and Rattlesnake locks him down as well. What a fabulous eco from the Brits. as good as any eco you will see, especially as it was on the CT side and not on the Glock side. 8-6 to Anexis. Just as they were starting to fall behind in this game, they do a number on NiP, and they've also lost Freiburg from this last round of the half. That's going to be awkward. Doesn't matter now, though. They've got one back. In fact, they've got two back. So we're at 3 versus 4 now. Yeah, Freiburg with a WTF. And there it is. Final kill of the round goes to Forest. And despite the fact that they were 4v5 in that half, it's ended 8-7 with a win to Ninjas in Pyjamas. So a very even first half. But really, this is the sort of map with a 67% ratio of wins for CTs that you need to win at the very least 10-5, if not 11-4 or better. And that means that when they switch over, the Swedes have an advantage. It really did get much more even towards the end. Forest 15 for 10 in the end. Exist 11 and 12. Fiflaren 7 for 11. Get Right 12 for 10. Freiburg disconnecting. Rattlesnake 17 for 10 though, putting up big numbers along with MX, who was a real pain in the bum when they were trying to hit ramp. He was 16 and 9, but didn't have the backup. And look at the scoreboard, that's why. 9 for 9 Hunts G, 7 for 10 Release, and 8 for 13 for Husey. Okay, so we're ready for the second half of this round of 16 game in the RaidCall EMS 1 Spring Cup number 3. Already the Wolves having won the opening 2. Different type of Wolves both time, I might add, but both from Denmark. The Danes and the Scandinavians showing us that they are the original esports powerhouse in Counter-Strike once more. And we're underway in the opening round in the second half here. Ninjas in Pyjamas having switched sides to CT. And a fake push outside here from Anexis. Then they back off, and they might even still go that way. Smokes are deployed. And here comes MX round the corner. Tries to get the first kill. They know that Get Right is trying to guard that outer area. Freiburg, though, picking up the first kill inside the upper bomb side. MX actually got one in there now, and they're trading kills backwards and forwards. It's now a 2 versus 1. Forest then locks down Rattlesnake, and we're back to 2v2. Still Forest, and still picks up another kill. How on earth has he done this again? So fantastic with pistols in 1.6. He's proving he's just as good in CSGO. And now the final kill is going to come. Is it? No! Reload from Fiflaren, caught with his pants round his ankles, and MX will pick up that one. And we've now got a 1 versus 1. It's Forest versus MX for all the marbles in round 1 on this second half. Forest just dropping down and using the crate nicely. Bomb in the hands of MX right now, and he's going to go for the plant in the lower bomb site. Sensible decision. Forest is immediately out there and will know exactly where he is. Jumps up onto the top. Brilliant play. Who do you want in those situations? On an on a pistol round in a 1v1. My money's on Forest every time. 16 points of health. Doesn't afraid of nothing. So we're all tied up. 8 apiece. And NiP winning the opening round allows them to hopefully move on and claim the next 2 from their point of view. Then we'll have a gun round. Grenade does do a little bit of damage to MX and Hunts G, who were pushing outside. Seriously, if you want to watch a player that can play pistols and can move sweeter than probably anyone else in the game, just download any of Forest's demos Watch him on the stream. He's a joy to behold. Right now, though, Anexis in a little bit of trouble here. Fiflaren picking up the first kill. Might get a second one. Does he? Ooh, a little bit of spray, but that works for Freiburg. He actually gets them with a famous... Ooh, that's a little bit of self-team damage. And Exist now picking off Fusey. The last one will be released. And that'll be a straightforward 5-man bash. 9-8. Some of you need to brush up on your Halo. I'm not talking about the, you know, Beyonce woman. 9-8 to NiP. Having converted one, looking for another one. Fiflaren's actually just down to a single point of health now, though. And Freiburg slightly caught there by the flash. Was he flash or was he inside? He might well have been inside, actually. Yes, he was. Has dropped down now. Get right patrolling the outer area like a security dog, waiting to chomp at Anexis if they show their faces. Freiburg picks up the opening kill. Nicely done with the FAMAS. He's not going to get a second, though. MX shutting him down. 4v4. 40 seconds remaining. Nice bit of symmetry about it. Fiflaren still with that single point of health. Yeah, EU, good country. 30 seconds remaining. True story, bro. 4v4. Might as well be 4v3. Now it is 4v3 in favour of the Swedes. Forest downs Husey. Bomb got to go down any second now. It's in the smoke right now, and they've cheekily managed to get away with that. They won't get away with winning the round, though. 3-man lockdown in that lower bomb site. Good cash, nothing else.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
I did do a bit of Battlefield 2 back in the day, yes. Not much, but a little bit. And some 1942. And some Vietnam at one point as well. Which all I remember is that it had great music, but it was brown. 10-8 right now in the RaidCall EMS 1 Cup number 3 from the spring season. If you weren't with us last year... Oh, hang on. That was nice, but Freiburg just destroys release through Squeaky. They are on an eco, so this should be a straightforward round for the Swedes. Despite that plant, they weren't going to have enough money. Fiflaren gets the third of the round, dropping now very, very easily indeed. Although Rattlesnake, little bit of damage done, and into the bomb site for the plant. No, denied by Forest. So 20th round is underway. And 20th round is paused. Good time to check in on the scoreboard. 22 for 10 right now for Forest. GG. Exists 16 and 13. Fiflaren 10 for 12. Get right 12 for 11. And Freiburg recovering from that disconnect 5 and 3. MX is 19 for 13 right now. Second best score on the two teams. Rattlesnake 19 for 14, Hudge 9-13, Release 7 and 14, Husey 9 and 17, and we're back underway. Nice. No long pauses in this one. If you do want to get involved in the game, as we do seem to have another pause in play, you can join in, by the way, in the Twitch chat, but also if you want to watch it live with your friends and discuss it at the same time, you can join the RaidCall channel 1997. So, looks like we've got a bit of a a loss at the moment. And a pause is in effect. So, don't worry, you haven't lagged. It's me. So while we wait for that, if you have any questions, throw them into the Twitch chat right now. And if they're relevant, I'll do my best to answer them. As will Tim, by the way, if you hadn't already guessed, Kun. Such an unusual name. 3 letters and it sounds like Queen. I think you're missing a couple of E's there, Tim. Yes, I do shave my legs occasionally, yeah. Enable crosshair outline. Yeah, but not now. Actually, I could probably do it now, actually, couldn't I? Since we're in a bit of a pause. Hang on. Oh, hello. What? What? Every time I press the L button, it shut. What? Oh, my goodness, really? What is going on? Seriously. This is a test of my knowledge now. Don't tell me. Crosshair. Underscore. I'm trying to remember this bloomin'. Don't tell me. I know this one. Outline thickness. There, look at that. Oh no, that's not the one. CL crosshair draw outline. That's the one. There we go. There you go. See? Red Eye knows the game. Not FOV90. Get out of here. Is EU a country or a town? It's a village. Who looks better naked, Simon or Kurik? Boys, really? Can you do a Smeagol knife round? That's actually a great idea. I can definitely do a Smeagol knife round. Let's do that. Last game is going to be a Smeagol knife round. God damn it, give that man turbo or something, or premium, or love potions. I don't know, give him anything for coming. That's awesome. What a great idea. I'm going to do Smeagol knife round. That's what I'm going to do for the last game tonight. Can you give me Melly's number? No, I don't actually have Melly's number. I don't know that, sorry. Buy a radio mic. Okay. Twitch Gold. Yeah, it's like, Did you get asked to cast your first time, or did you apply like a job? No, actually, true story. Someone from Clanbase, we don't talk about them now, but back in 2002, someone asked me if I could do a commentary on an Unreal Tournament game, and I went, what the freaking hell is Shoutcast? And I enjoyed it, and that's how it started. No tickling of pickles, sorry. I don't even know what that is. Can I cast with a foreign accent? No. I think this guy sounds like Captain Price from COD 4. Are you tuned into a different one, or? What the hell is a Smeagol knife round? Well, see, I have to explain it to you while we're paused. Knife rounds are generally boring, and I'm not going to claim that I started this, because this is something Joe started. But I absolutely 100% agree with it. Oh, and we are back live, so good news. I don't have to explain to you. I might explain to you at the end why the knife... No, I will explain to you why we do the knife rounds the way we do them. But basically, Joe and I both agree that we hate knife rounds. They're very boring. They're completely pointless. You might as well flick a coin. So instead, we commentate them with a bit of fun for the community, and they've kind of latched onto this all last season, so we've carried it on this season. And you basically give me some accents or some words or phrases or people or... Really, for the love of God, have we stopped again? No? Okay, good. And we'll do our best to commentate them. So the next one is going to be commentated by Smeagol from Lord of the Rings. Who is the commentator? I am! Gordon Ramsay. I don't think I could do Gordon Ramsay. This is a family show. There'd be too much swearing. Can you imagine Gordon Ramsay doing Counter-Strike? Incredible. Anyway, back to the game. Currently in round number 20 as Forest picks up the first kill of the round. Yes, that's taken quite a long time. 20 seconds remaining now, and Anexis, they need to get a move on right now, and they've done so. They've picked off 2. Now have a 4 versus 3, but 13 seconds remaining. Have still got to get the bomb planted right now, and Forest picks up a first kill. Can he get a second? Yes, he can! 3 in a row. Get Right picks up the last one, and now only Husey remaining as the time will run down anyway. So Husey lives, but Ninjas in Pyjamas win the round, and they lead 12-8. Yeah, what I might do, I might record a Gordon Ramsay knife round, but then we'll have to do, like, editing some expletives out. What the is this knife round? What do you think doing with this? This ain't a knife. This is a knife. Yeah, that would be quite fun, actually. I reckon we might be able to get away with that. Maybe I can get Tim to press a button. Like a bleep, 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 bleep. All you'd hear is knife, bleep, 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 knife, bleep, 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 fifth round, knife, bleep, bleep, bleep. That reminded me of something, actually. I could probably do a beaker round. That's all it would be, though. You wouldn't hear any knife calls or anything, so that would be boring. Anyway, keep the suggestions coming. But I'm going to do a Smeagol knife round next time. 20 rounds down in game 2 right now in the RaidCall EMS 1. Spring Cup number 3. Freiburg getting the opening kill. They've picked off 3. It's an exchange of kills all around. Husey does pick up the frag onto Exist, and Rattlesnake finishes off 5th Laren. And Anexis are not done here, you know. They're not going to lay down easily. And I've got a sneaky feeling we're heading to a very close game after all. 12-9 to the Ninjas. $25 for 11 for Forest right now. 20 for 15 for MX and Rattlesnake. Top 3 players on the server. Round 22. Nexus need to stop the flow of rounds that they're losing, and they've done that in the last round. If they can put a couple together here and force Ninjas in Pyjamas onto a save, then we could be talking game on. Right now, it's close, and that's all we can say about it. Opening kill has gone to the Swedes, though. Oh, they're going to line up here, aren't they? Yeah, well, Forrest has got 1. Might get a second here. Does get a second. Almost down to bullets in this clip. Gets a 3rd anyway. Now the pistol. Can he pick off the 4th? No! Shut down by Rattlesnake. But he's done the damage. 3 from Forrest again. And Ninjas in Pyjamas lead 13-9. $28 for 12 now for Forest. Might have to write for Valve and get him nerfed. 21-16 Rattlesnake, 20 for 16 MX. There are your highlights from the scoreboard. Ninjas in Pyjamas leading 13-9. 3 more for victory and a place in the quarterfinals. We will bring you one of the quarterfinals this evening. A Get Right, Orping has picked up the first one. For some reason, we haven't seen it. Instead, we've seen Husey falling to his knees, and that's an easy eco bash for the Swedes, 14-9. And Forest now on 30 for 12. Yes, 30 for 12. Very good Tripsy lad, by the way. I'm Ross Kemp, and I'm on Nuke with a gang called Ninjas in Pyjamas. Gotta love that. Ross Kemp on Counter-Strike. 5th Laren opening things up. Might get a second here, and does get a second. Headshot onto Rattlesnake. That'll annoy him. And it's a 5v3. And Ninjas in Pyjamas, just 3 men away from making it 6 match points. Waiting for Forest here, who might be in trouble. But, well, in the corner, got one. Couldn't get the second, but he did a little bit of damage onto Hughesy and Hudge. It's now a 4v2. They know they're going to go and rush downstairs. Smoke deployed. Hughesy gets the bomb plant. Hudge covers from ramp area. He's down by Freiburg, though. Hughesy now picks up one. Exist gets the reply. And Ninjas in Pyjamas have 6 match points here on Nuke.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
So, if this is the final round, Forest is already 31 for 13. 3 men in the 20s, MX, Rattlesnake and Exist. Freiburg's score you can kind of ignore because he had a drop, as did Hughesy. Here we go then, in round 25. Is this the round the Swedes seal the deal and move into the quarterfinals? Look at Freiburg immediately coming under attack in that corner. They knew they would have someone there just spamming through. Oh no! No, no, no! For the love of God! Not impressed. Caused by NiP winning the last round and disconnecting early. Go TV got shut down. So I'm assuming that NiP have won. Not impressed. Sorry about that. Won't happen again, or person will be fired. Thanks for tuning in. This is the RaidCall EMS 1. NiP safely through to the quarterfinals then, even if we didn't manage to see it. Sorry about that. We will be bringing you a quarterfinal match though, so stick around and we'll figure out what we're going to do next.